always talk to my heart are never the perfect people, because after a while you figure out they're lying. The people that speak to my heart are broken people that have fallen down more than a few times, people that only God could get back up. Those are the people that I want to hear from. Does that make sense? I've been a youth pastor longer than Crowns has been a band, pouring into teenagers and talking to the tops of kids' heads. And one of the things I always want to make sure they know is that if there's a way to mess this whole being saved thing up, I have cracked the code. That's why I'm here. Because I know if Jesus can save me, he can save anybody. If Jesus can hold on to me, he can hold on to anybody. If Jesus can keep following me back to these dumb holes that I dig for myself and say, I love you right here, but you gotta come on. And he keeps coming back and he keeps pulling me back. I know he can do that for anybody. And I just want you to know that acting like you got it together doesn't reach anybody. You show people a few scars, that's when they want to hear you. And I just want you to know the church has been a bit of a mess for a little while. Everything kind of went nuts for about 2 years. Did that happen here? It wasn't just Atlanta, I guess. And everybody just kind of got in their house. They got all locked in safe. Just started watching their own brand of news. Instead of loving people, they started thinking about situations instead of people. It's easy to get mad at a situation. It's easy to develop anger against a situation. So we started sitting in our chairs and became warriors with our thumbs. And we started firing rocks at the world. The scary thing about our rocks is we had verse numbers attached to them before we threw them. And that stuff never hits who you're aiming at, does it? So people aren't gonna listen to preachers quite as good as they used to. That's why I said this at the very beginning of the night. That's why you're around them. That's why you work with them. You go to school with them. And you sit across the table. Because love earns the right to speak truth. We've been hearing truth from people that have not earned the right to say it, right? But when you love somebody, you can start with your story. There's always somebody that's gonna think different than you and vote different than you and read the Bible different than you, but nobody can argue with your story. Yeah? It's time to stop acting like we got it all together and just show some people our hurt, show them our scars. Let them see how big God's love is. That's where this came from.